In today's video, we're going over what you can buy for less than $450,000 in Freehold, New Jersey. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon. I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway, located over in Manalapan. And on this channel, we cover everything regarding the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on with Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to hit the bell, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this video started. All right, guys, so today we're focusing on the Wyndham Place complex, which is a subdivision of different townhomes. You actually kind of see real quick behind me here, right there. And it's about just under 500 units or so, and it's in a pretty solid location. It's basically borders along the Freehold Manalapan border. It is located in Freehold, so you're only about, I would say, like 3 minutes, almost like just 2 turns away from Route 33. And Route 33 basically brings you east to west New Jersey. So if you go east from where we are right now, you'll go down to the shore towns and kind of get to the beach that way. If you go west, you can actually get out towards the turnpike, which takes probably about like 10 or 15 minutes from where we are. And yeah, so for commuting purposes, that. And then also about 5 minutes from Route 9, which will take you north and south. So also if you want to get north of New York City. So you can kind of go north or west in terms of New York City or Philadelphia if you're looking to commute, which makes it a pretty good spot to live. One of the first things you'll want to know is when you're buying into a condo or a townhome community is what the HOA fee is going to be. In this complex, it kind of varies by which model you have. So if you have one of the smaller models, you'll pay in like that $225 range, and it goes all the way up to their largest models, which is about $300. So if you're looking to live in Wyndham, think of your HOA to be anywhere between $225 and $300. And this will cover all your typical stuff. So your exterior maintenance, which will take care of like your siding, your roof. You'll have snow removal, trash removal, landscaping. And it does have quite a few different amenities as well. There is a jogging path or walking path, which I'm on constantly, as you're seeing me taking this video. Then you have a pool, basketball court, tennis court, that kind of stuff. So it does provide a little bit rather than just, just your standard stuff. And it's actually not too expensive. So for Monmouth County, that's pretty decent pricing between $225 and $300. I've seen some developments that go well above $300 as well, and they provide less. When it comes to the different models that are sitting in Wyndham Place, they're gonna be your typical 2-story townhomes. So anytime you see like townhome or condo, pretty much the way to differentiate is majority of the time people consider a townhome one of those 2-story levels. So anything has an upstairs and a downstairs, whereas typically condos maybe only have a lower level unit or a upper level unit. You only have 1 floor. So Wyndham is townhomes. They have 2 stories. Most of them are gonna be between 2 and 3 bedrooms, but some of the end units are actually going to be ranches. Unfortunately, I don't see any of them around me right now. You can kind of just see some of the different areas. And yeah, very nice spot to live. You can kind of just see as I'm walking around. Trees, it's well landscaped. The guys are actually out right now, so I think they kind of pushed me over to this direction, so they weren't on the microphone right now. But it's a very nice spot. Most of the price ranges, like I said, this video is for under $450,000. So depending on which kind of unit you have, if you have like the smallest 2-bedroom one in here, you're probably looking somewhere in between like $350, $375 and up. And it goes all the way up to the nicest unit, and the biggest one will top out typically around that $450 range if it's like fully updated, stuff like that. And really quick before I get into kind of like the schools, the amenities, and all that kind of stuff that's around Freehold and around Wyndham Place in general, I'm gonna take you on a quick little tour of the development, driving around, and you can kind of see a little bit more than what I'm just walking past. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that tour. It's actually very difficult to hold a selfie stick and drive at the exact same time, so hope it went well. Anyway, going over the schools in Freehold, you have 5 elementary schools, and the one you'd be districted, or your kids would be districted to over here in Wyndham Place would be West Freehold Elementary, which is actually right at the top out of the 5, so it's at A-accordingtoniche.com. And then for middle school, they'd be going to Barkalow, which is on the west side of Freehold. High school is a little differently though, or actually, first off, if you want a private option, you have St. Rosa Lima that's located over in the Freehold borough, and that does either pre-K or K through 8, so you have that option as well. Moving on to the high schools though, they work a little differently. So there's 6 high schools that make up the Freehold Regional High School District, and they are Freehold Township, Freehold Borough, Manalapan, Marlboro, Colts Neck, and Howell. Here, so if you lived in Wyndham, your kid would be districted to Freehold Township automatically, but they actually have the option to go into any of the 6 high schools in the district. The way it works is each high school is they specialize in a certain program. So for instance, Manalapan would be police, EMS, Colts Neck is ROTC, and it goes down the line. Each one's a separate program. So when your kid's in middle school in 8th grade and they want to apply, if they get accepted, they're able to go to that high school, and they can even get busing and all that kind of stuff. So the parents don't have to worry about dropping them off. They can still go, even if you live in the northern part of Marlboro and your kid wants to go all the way to Howell High School, they will get bused there. The only thing is though, if your kid ever decides to drop out of that program, they would have to get reverted back to whichever high school they distributed to. So that's just kind of give you a heads up on that. But it's really cool. It gives them plenty of different options, especially if they already know what kind of career path they want to take. Switching gears to the different store options in the area or in Freehold and Wyndham Place in general, you have food stores, ShopRite and Stop and Shop, which is probably your two closest. There's also an Aldi and Farmers Market over on Route 9 as well. Then if you need to go to a drug or convenience store, there's a CVS and a Walgreens on 537, which is pretty much about less than 5 minutes away from here. So it's very close. For restaurants, you have everything under the sun. There's a couple different bars in the area. So if you need to go to Moore's Tavern or Tommy's Tap, those are very close options as well. Moore's is actually really cool. They do on Tuesdays, do 2-for-1 burger night, in-house only. Highly recommend it. It's a great burger. And then if you want to look for some pizza options, there's quite a different in the area. You have Dusal's and Federici's, Crispy Pizza. If you want to go over into Manalapan, you got Brooklyn Square, which is very highly rated. Pretty much all of them are actually done on Barstool, so you can actually check out their app for those. And yeah, a lot of stuff around the areas to eat, drink, all that kind of that stuff. One of the last things I like doing when I have like these walkthroughs throughout a neighborhood or a town is just what is there to do in said town as well. So for Freehold, there's actually quite a bit. You could take a trip to the beach. So you're about 20, maybe 25 minutes away, depending on where you're located. So from Belmar, Avon, Asbury Park, those kind of towns. Then you can go to the Freehold Raceway Mall. I'll let that car pass. You got the Freehold Raceway Mall, which you have pretty much every store under the sun. A lot of the department stores might have closed down during COVID, but there's still plenty of other ones that are still around and you can just enjoy. Located in the same complex is also the movie theater, so you can do the mall and the movie in one day. If you want to send your teenagers over there too, just to get them out of the house for a little bit and stop annoying you, that's also an option as well. Another big attraction that's in Freehold is iPlay America. So for families and kids, this is an excellent option. It's also for adults as well. But it's an indoor amusement park. So you have rides, laser tag, games. For the adults, there's gonna be a bar, a Top Golf suite. So you have a simulator for Top Golf, not obviously like the whole driving range. There's a big event space over there. They host the UFC and boxing fights all the time. It's a really nice location. So during the winter time, hold on, while I let that car go by. So during the winter time, it's a great spot to be because you want to be outdoors during Six Flags, and they're closed down at that point. So yeah, so if you want to do that with the kids, the family, it's a great time out. During the summertime though, if you want to go outdoors, like I just mentioned, you do have Six Flags. They have 3 different theme parks. They have their regular amusement park for the rides, games, food, all that kind of stuff. Then they have Hurricane Harbor, which is their water park, and you got the water slides, lazy river, just laying out in the sun. And then last, they have the safari zone where you can go drive your car. I don't know if you can still drive your car through or not, but you get driven through maybe, and you can go see all the different animals for the kids. So you got giraffes, lions, tigers, alligators, crocodiles, that kind of stuff. Awesome.